Welcome to the call, everyone. Hey, I'm so excited to actually be sharing this information with you guys this evening. I know some of us are already ahead of the journey in terms of mindset. However, I know that some of us on this call are really at the beginning, of our journey in terms of now knowing that there is something more out there that we want to achieve and now having a vehicle, on which how to actually go out there and achieve it now. So we did two calls previously. One was the first part of the recap of David Imonite's Gucci Gala, and then the second part was the second part, obviously, of David Imonite's Gucci Gala recap. So we really spoke about Think and Grow Rich, the self-confidence formula, and how to really manifest the things that we really want to achieve. So I know that, there's some new individuals, that have just now become a part of, our family and may get a little bit lost. But, if you get a little bit lost on this call, don't worry, we did record the previous two. So, you can actually go and recap those two calls and, it will definitely make sense because what we've delved into more recently is, really delving into the spiritual side of success. Understand, yes, Sylvia's ready. Edward said, let's go. All right, awesome. Yeah. So, what we've really understood now is that 90 to 99% of success isn't the physical aspect, it's not the how to aspect, it's actually the spiritual side. So, 99% of success or 90% of success is actually spiritual, right? So it's actually the mindset part, the work that we do inside of us, the subconscious part. So that's what we're gonna go into this evening, because everybody knows how to do this business. Like, doing this business is very, very simple. Even when we think about it, even trading is 70% mindset, maybe even 90% mindset. They tell you don't trade if you're not in the right mind frame. So we already understand that majority of things are mindset. However, before I came to this kind of profession, before I came into this style of business, I thought that success is all about the physical aspect, all about the doing, what you do on a day-to-day basis, how hard, you literally.
Where's the cover?
Oh my God, that's so loud. Wow. Oh, let me just mute this individual that's having a conversation. Yeah. So literally, success is majority of it is the spiritual side. So once we can hone in the spiritual side, the mindset stuff, then we can really, really do the activity, because the activity is simple. Showing up each day, getting the work done is very, very simple. Once we know exactly, why we want to do it and what we are actually working towards. So I was actually reading the book Think and Grow Rich the other day. So I started reading it again. So this is actually Think and Grow Rich. So if you don't have this book, make sure you get it. You would want to definitely have this book. If you plan to get this book, which I highly recommend, every single successful person, or every single person that plans to have some level of success, you're gonna want to have read this book. You're gonna want to read this book. So in this book, and by the way, the reason why you even want to get this book, I've already said it so many times, but I can't keep stressing it enough. This book was basically written off of information compiled off of the 500 wealthiest men in the world during the Great Depression. So this isn't, one of those books that's written by someone that doesn't have a clue about how to be successful, but is writing a book because they want to make money from the book. This is from 500 information collated on the 500 wealthiest men in the world. You are going to recognize the names in this book. You're going to recognize Henry Ford from Ford Motors. You're going to recognize Andrew Carnegie, the steel giant. You're going to recognize Thomas Edison, the guy that created the light bulb. You're going to identify the Wright brothers, who were the ones that created the airplane. So you're going to, pick up a lot of very, very successful people that, were actually interviewed for 20 years. Guys, the research that went into writing this book was 20 years worth of research and interviews to put this practical book on how to attain riches, how to attain wealth, how to attain success. Was 20 years of research and interviews collated, to put this book together. So get this book. If you're someone that, if you just want to have like a little bit of success, don't worry, just you don't need to get it. But if you're looking for, you know, to have a complete Raphael, I recommend that you go on Amazon. And on Amazon, you can get this. You can get Think and Grow Rich plus The Science of Getting Rich. You can get both of them combined for just £10.49. There's a deal on there. So Think and Grow Rich and The Science of Getting Rich, which is one that you want to study as well. David recommended that we study both. Read the book in 2010. And funny, I just downloaded the thing. Amazing. Usman, it basically means we're on the same exact vibration. We're literally on the same frequency. Amazing. So guys, honestly, this book, you will never stop reading it. Every single wealthy person in the world has read it an average of 7 times. It's a book that must be studied. You can't just read it. You gotta study it over and over again. You're always gonna pick up new information every time you read this book. You're gonna pick up new information from it. Bob Proctor still reads good day. Wait, let me mute those individuals. It's a bit noisy. Yeah, so literally as I was starting to read it the other day, you know, things started to stand out to me. And the first thing that stood out to me is that, you know, a burning desire to do something is the basis of all achievement. You know, so last time we did the call about, you know, identifying what is your burning desire, right? Because we already know that there's going to be no success. There's no success that is going to be had unless you know what your burning desire is. You are not going to wake up every single morning and get to work and, you know, do what's necessary to build your business or to, you know, get the results on trading if you don't have a definite purpose on why you want to achieve it. So you need to have a definite purpose on why you want to get up and go every single day and want to work on your business or work on your trading every single day. Let me tell you why someone would quit this business after a month. Someone will quit this business, will quit IML after a month because they don't have a definiteness of purpose. They don't have a chief aim in life. They don't know why they need it, right? So the starting point of all achievement is desire. A burning desire to do something is the basis of all achievement. So if there is something that you want to achieve, you've got to have a burning desire for it. So the last 2 calls we did, we found out what our burning desire was. We found out what our burning desire was. We even made goal cards for our burning desire. So what is your burning desire? A burning desire to do something is the basis of all achievement. So when you read this book, Think and Grow Rich, you basically find out that the common denominator across every single successful person, these 500 men and women that were interviewed, that were researched, that were looked into, these 500 men and women that were looked into, they had one common denominator. All of them had a burning desire for the attainment of a specific goal or target. Now, the exciting thing about having a burning desire is that success is a moving target. So today you may have a particular goal that you want to achieve, but the exciting thing is that that can change. That can literally change because success is a moving target. So right now your desire may be, let me just give an example. Your desire may be Chairman 10, right? Your desire may be Chairman 10 right now, but when you get to Chairman 10, you're going to have a different desire. You're going to have a desire for 25,000 a month, right? And you can apply that to anything in trading. Right now, if you're new to trading, your desire may be to be a 3-figure trader. When you become a 3-figure trader, your desire is then going to change to become a 4-figure trader. When you become a 4-figure trader, your desire is going to change again. You're going to want to become a 5-figure trader. And then your desire is going to change again. It's going to become a 6-figure trader. So don't worry about, you know, trying to find out your life's purpose, right? You can literally, it can just be what your desire is today, what your desire is in this moment, what your desire is in this particular time in your life. But don't worry, when you achieve that desire, you will find out what you want next, right? So don't worry about what's going to come after that. Once you get there, you're going to find out what you want next. So a burning desire to do something is the basis of all achievement. So in simple terms, anything that you want to achieve starts with a strong desire to achieve it. So guys, remember, the 500 wealthiest people in the world during the Great Depression, that's the common denominator between all of them success. If you speak to every single successful person, if you know any successful individual, ask them, you know, what led them to having that success. They all had a desire for its attainment. right? It wasn't something that happened on accident. It was intentional. So success has to be you have to be intentional about your success. It has to be planned out. It has to be preempted. It does not happen on accident. It has to be purposeful. You have to be, purposeful about achieving that target. Anything you want to achieve starts with a strong desire to achieve it, right? So you can call this your definite major purpose. So what is your definite major purpose? So if you're new to this call and you weren't on the last two mindset calls, just write that question down. You can revisit it later if right now you're not sure what it is. What is your definite major purpose? What is your definite major purpose? If you haven't identified this and aren't working towards this achievement every day, you are surely literally just waiting to die. That's the reality. You're literally just waiting to die. And you can see that this is really the major key to success as well. It's about having a desire, because think about the individuals that you know right now. Think about someone that has a goal that they're working towards, someone that's super successful. If you ask that individual, he will always tell you that he's working on this specific project to this particular aim, right? But then think about, one of your other friends who aren't, let's say, so inspiring. When you speak to that friend doesn't really know why he does the job that he does. He just happens to be in that job, right? He just happens to be in that job because it's the only job that he could get. And it's just different. It's really different. So you have the guy that is working on a purpose, and you can tell how happy that individual is. He works so hard as well. And you're thinking, why does Gary work so hard? Gary doesn't even mind working hard, because Gary is working on his definite chief aim in life. He's working on his purpose. He's identified what his purpose is, and he's not going to stop until he attains it. So because it's the burning desire he has in his heart and he wants to achieve it, he's prepared to work insane amount of hours to get it done. Gary will even give up sleep if he has to. But then let's say you meet Robert. Robert is lazy. Robert is lazy. He's uninspired because Robert works at a job that he doesn't like. Robert works at his job because he just wants a paycheck. Robert is literally at his job because he just wants a paycheck. He just wants to make ends meet. Look out for individuals that say they just want to make ends meet, right? It's very different for someone that's goal-oriented, driven, and is working on goals that they have set, right? But Robert, that is working somewhere that he hates waking up in the morning. There's a clear difference between the two. The person that knows his definite chief aim in life, he wakes up in the morning without an alarm clock. His alarm clock is an opportunity clock. The alarm clock doesn't even have to sound. If Gary says he wants to wake up at 8 a.m. in the morning, Gary will wake up at 8 a.m. even before the alarm clock or the exact time that the alarm clock would have gone off, because Gary is waking up with a purpose. But the individual who is working at a job that he doesn't like, when the alarm clock goes off, he's pressing snooze. He doesn't want to get up. He's waking up to go to a job that he hates, to work for a boss that he doesn't like. He's uninspired. Gary is going down to the pub to drown his sorrows. As Gary is living for the weekend. Gary can't wait till Friday rolls around so that he can go for drinks. He's gonna be spending his whole weekend sleeping. Whereas even if Gary had a job but was working on his dreams around work, he'd get up every single morning and go to work. And on the weekends, he'd go even harder on his business, because that's the time off where he can really propel his business forward now, right? Now, once you know what you want to achieve, you must have a goal card. So you can either have one goal card, or you can have goal cards, with your definite chief aim in life written on it. You must always carry this on you in your wallet or purse and continuously read it all throughout the day. So what do I mean by goal cards? Now, I know some of you guys are new to the call, so you may not know what goal cards are. These are goal cards. So I have my goal cards with me. I've got my goals written out on my goal cards, starting with I am so happy and grateful now. I am so happy and grateful now. So that's the start. Whatever you find that your desire is, I am so happy and grateful now that I am a chairman. I am so happy and grateful now that I'm a 6-figure trader. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm a 5-figure trader. I'm so happy and grateful now. Whatever it is that you want to achieve, start it with I am so happy and grateful now, because you've got to be grateful now for what it is that you want to achieve. You have to celebrate it now. That's how you're going to attract it. You're going to attract it through celebration, you know. So make sure you have your goal written down on goal cards. Make sure you have these goal cards on you at all times. I have all my goals written down on these goal cards. So have your goals written down on goal cards. If you want to become a six-figure earner, right? I am so happy and grateful now that I'm a six-figure earner. If you want to become a six-figure trader, I am so happy and grateful now that I'm a six-figure trader. If there's a particular place that you want to move into, there's a particular home you want to move into, I'm so happy and grateful now that I live, and then put the address, the particular location. If there's a particular car that you want to drive, I am so happy and grateful now that I drive a Bentley Continental GT. You know, if there's a particular amount of money that you want to earn, I'm so happy and grateful now that I earn $10,000 a month. Be specific and write the goals down. Carry these goal cards with you every single day. Continuously read these goal cards every single day. Thoughts become things, and I keep mine in a very, very nice envelope, you know, that, and I'm continuously like reading these gold cards every single day. So I know that when you were first introduced into this, thank you, Usman. I know that when you were first introduced into this business, you were definitely launched, and in your launch, you were asked to write down your goals, right? So the person that launched you told you write down your goals. So now that you've written down your goals, I want you to transfer them over to goal cards. Write your goals on goal cards, right? Have them on goal cards, okay? Now, yeah, so make sure that you write them down on goal cards, and make sure that, you know, you're continuously reading them every single day. If right now you're questioning whether you should really do this or not, please understand that your lack of coachability or teachability will result in your lack of success, or should I say your delayed success. So you're either going to have lack of success because you don't want to follow it, or you're going to have delayed success. It's going to take longer for you to get to your goal because you're questioning whether you should do this or not. If someone has more success than you and is willing to tell you how to get from A to B in the shortest time possible, shouldn't you listen? David Imonite is a multiple 8-figure income earner who still carries with him, even today after making tens of millions, still carries his goal cards on him and still uses it to manifest what he wants, and has achieved it every single time. Every single thing that my 8-figure mentor, David Imonite, has written down on a goal card, he has achieved every single thing. David wrote a goal back in 2011 that he is so happy and grateful now that he earns $22 million a year. It's no surprise that he now earns more than $1 million a month because he wrote it down, right? He wrote it down and he focused on his goal card. He read it all throughout the day. When he was facing rejection in his business, he kept reading the goal card, because when you set long-term goals, it will literally stop you from getting distracted by short-term failures. It is impossible to get distracted by short-term failures when you have long-term goals. If you know what you truly want, nothing that happens in the short term can get in your way. You know, literally, I see some people quit their business because other people quit their business. How can you let someone that has given up on their dream make you give up on your dream, right? Like, I see people, they signed up someone into the business, that person quit, now they quit the business, right? Like, how can you afford to quit your business because your downline quit? I've seen people quit the business because they upline quit the business, right? How can you quit the business because your upline quit the business, right? You're not doing this for that individual, you're doing it for yourself. If you had big goals, you would stay the course. If you had big goals, there's no way that you could quit. How can you afford to do this business for just 1 month? Because you don't have any goals. Because if you had goals, if you really meant those goals that you wrote down when you got launched, you would not just give yourself 1 month, because you know that it's a continuous process to attain that goal. You never stop until you achieve it, until you've achieved it. And once you've achieved it, you've got to set that next goal, because success is a moving target. When you get there, there's something more that you're going to want, right? So, you know, thoughts become things. So you must constantly focus your thoughts on becoming the person you definitely desire to become. Constantly focus your thoughts on the person that you definitely desire to become, right? Constantly focus your thoughts on the person that you definitely desire to become. How can you focus your thoughts? You can focus your thoughts through what you repeatedly see. You can focus your thoughts through what you repeatedly see. Yeah? You can focus your thoughts through what you repeatedly see. This is why it's so important to constantly be seeing your goal cards all throughout the day. I am so happy and grateful now that I am a chairman. I'm so happy and grateful now that I earn X amount each month. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm X figure earner. Like, constantly be seeing it. You can focus your thoughts through what you repeatedly see, right? This is why it's important to constantly be seeing your goals all throughout the day. Get these goal cards, put them in your wallet. You only need one. Like right now, you may just have one major goal that's going to cover all your goals. Write that goal on one goal card, put it in your wallet or put it in your purse. Once you identify what you truly want, you must start to think yourself into achieving it, and you will have it. You must at length picture the person you wish to become long before you become this person. Carve out 30 minutes daily to focus on a clear mental picture of the person that you wish to become. Carve out 30 minutes out of a 24-hour day. It's a small sacrifice to make if you know that something is going to work. If you're continuously focusing in your mind on the person that you wish to become, you are going to show up as that person. Right now, I work from absolutely anywhere I want. The crazy thing is, I already used to see myself working from absolutely anywhere I wanted when I was working in retail. When I was working in retail more than 5 years ago, I already pictured this lifestyle. Everything I wear today, I pictured. The lifestyle I have today, I pictured. All the places that I go today, I pictured it. Everywhere that I work from, I pictured it. Me being able to run my business off a laptop, I pictured it. I always saw it. Even before I was given an opportunity, I already saw it. So it's no surprise to me today that I have this particular lifestyle, because I saw it way back when. I saw it a long time ago. You know, being able to work from my favorite restaurants, I saw this a long time ago. So you can actually see yourself into a position. You can put yourself into your definite position by picturing it. You have that mental capacity. You have that ability to literally imagine yourself in the position that you want to be in. If you focus your thoughts on that person, on that person that you wish to become for at least 30 minutes a day, you will bring it forth very, very quickly. If you can do even more than 30 minutes a day, if so really realistically, if you're a daydreamer, if you're someone that's a daydreamer, you'll bring it into your existence a lot faster. If you see someone that's having like the success very, very quickly, it's because they're picturing it, more than the other individual. So as I said, picture the person you wish to become long before you become this person. Carve out 30 minutes daily to focus on a clear mental picture of the person you wish to become, right? Now, something very, very exciting came to me a little bit of a while ago, and I shared this with the leaders in the Platinum 150 and above group chat. And what came to me is that when you're picturing the person that you wish to become, if you want to really bring it into your existence, you want to create a very clear mental picture of that person that you wish to become. Now, I got really, really excited because I realized that the company IML has made it possible for us to have a clear mental picture of what it looks like to be a chairman. So we can all picture ourselves as a chairman because the company has made it possible. The company, in case you don't know, which most of you probably don't know, because some of you guys are new to the business, the company has actually made chairman jackets. So there's actually a jacket that you get when you become a chairman. This is a blue jacket. The company has created a blue jacket, and when you become a chairman, when you go to the international conventions, so the next international convention is actually in Dallas, 13th of September to 15th of September in Dallas. So when you go to these conventions, if you are a newly promoted chairman, you are going to have the company jacket, the chairman jacket. That blue jacket is going to be put on you. It's going to be put on you by Alex Morton, the executive vice president, David Imonite, Chairman 500 and multiple 8-figure income earner, Ivan Tapia, the Vice President of Sales and Chairman 500, you know, and Christopher Terry, the CEO of IML, and all the other chairmen, you know, are literally going to be, you know, awarding you that jacket. Is going to be put on you at a chairman ceremony in front of 10,000 people in IML that have come out from all across the globe. So by the way, if you haven't been to one of these conventions before, I don't know why you're not going to the next convention. You need to go to this next convention because you need to work on your beliefs, because we believe what we see, right? So if you want to work on your belief system to get to your goals in a short space of time, you need to attend the company convention, because the company conventions are so inspiring. You're going to meet individuals from like the 120 plus countries that IML is in. All of these countries are going to come out. That's why there's 10,000 people at the convention. All of these countries are going to come out to this, you know, event that's happening in Dallas, Texas. I've been to the one in Vegas. I've been to the one in Miami. Yeah, I've been to 2 conventions. I've been to Miami and Vegas. Now this next one that I'm going to is actually in Dallas. You know, my biggest regret is that I wished I'd gone to the convention previous to that, because, you know, it's impossible to not be inspired. You know, it's impossible to not have an insane work ethic if you see the reasons why other people are doing this business. The same excuses that you may have why you're not going really, really hard to achieve your goal is the same excuse that someone else is using as a reason. It's so inspiring when you go to these conventions, because when I went to the conventions, I saw chairmen, right? I saw chairmen that live in countries where they have to sign people up by flashlight, by torchlight. You know, I saw chairmen from countries where there's no electricity. I saw chairmen from countries where literally they have to manually renew. And I'm talking about Chairman 100. I saw Chairman 100s from countries giving their testimonials from countries where they have to manually renew everybody's package every single month. There's no auto ship, right? I saw people in this company go from being homeless to making 100K every month, you know? So it's like you have, if you're on a journey to success, we live in a very, very toxic environment. The natural environment that, you know, we're surrounded by, the people we're surrounded by, people are naturally negative. Life is naturally, you know, negative. People, I don't know why, people are just naturally so negative. So, you know, you've got to be constantly inspired, and that comes about from your environment, putting yourself in environments where it's easy to be inspired, where you're around individuals that have a higher vibrational frequency, individuals that think on a higher level, you know? So when you go to events like this, boy, these people will make you give up your excuses fast. So if you're someone that suffers from excusitis, which is really a real thing, you know, go to this convention and, you know, you'll realize that all these excuses that you keep making as to why you can't build your business and have the success that you really deserve is not an excuse, because other people have used it as reasons, and their whole lifestyle, their family's lifestyle, their friends' lives, everybody around them has elevated because of their level of thinking, you know, and how they've channeled those reasons to create the masses of success. So if you want to be inspired, if you want reasons why you should do IML at a high level, come to this event that's happening in Dallas. If you have the financial means, you definitely need to be in Dallas. I don't know why you are playing yourself and you haven't booked your ticket to Dallas. Even before we stop over, even before we go to Dallas, we're actually stopping over at David Imonite's home. You know, David Imonite, 8-figure earner, you know, he's invited us to his home. So we're going to his house again. You saw when we went to his house earlier this year, it was amazing. You know, if you want to be inspired, go to David's house, because David is someone that literally came from exactly the same place as us. You know, he was very, very broke. You know, remember from the last call, I shared the image of him on the group. He was very, very broke. And he's gone from literally being so broke, where he's, you know, been sleeping in his car, to literally now being someone that makes multiple 8 figures from this profession, right? And his home is absolutely crazy. You know, he just bought a brand new Ferrari for 190K the other day. He has 2 Rolls Royces. You know, one of the Rolls Royces is $500,000, the Cullinan. He has a Rolls Royce Dawn. You know, so he, like, what this profession has done for him is absolutely insane. You know, I went into his walk-in wardrobe. I went into his home cinema. It was amazing. He had his assistant, he had his PA pick up food for us. The food was amazing. He fed us, you know. So if you have the funds to come out to Dallas, you know, make sure you come with us, because we're gonna stop off at David's place. Oh, basically, Edward, my gold cards, you can order index cards on eBay. So they're actually called index cards, but mine, I actually cut them up myself. I actually, I went to the Bulgari Hotel in Knightsbridge, and I really like the paper that they use. Well, not paper, it's actually card. I really like the card that they use for the receipt. So they put your receipt in, this card. So yeah, I cut the card up, and I made it into gold cards. I measured it out and made it into gold cards. And the envelope that I used for it is from the Bulgari Hotel as well, because I feel like, it's in line with, being the right material. Everything is important. So I can't just have, average gold cards. So guys, make sure you come to Dallas, right? Come to Dallas, 13th to 15th of September in Dallas. You can't miss that convention. You can't miss the opportunity to come to David Imonite's house. Do you want to be inspired? Do you want to have energy in you that's going to make you go, go, go and achieve your goals? Does your family need you to make this business work? Do your friends need you to make this business work? Do you need you to make this business work? Are you tired of the lifestyle that you're living right now? Every single answer is in Dallas. You're going to find the answers in Dallas. Dallas, the first day of that convention, of that 3-day convention, the first day is literally live trading rooms. All of your favorite IML TV educators that right now you are watching on live session. Edward that's coming in, Edward, not this Edward actually. Edward Decora, he actually won an iPod. He won an iPad on the first day of the convention, the last one that just happened in Vegas. He won an iPad randomly, no reason. But yeah, the convention is amazing. You need to come and be around people that have the success that you want. The people in Nigeria, how can they apply for visas? Any guarantee covering them to get a visa? Well, Sylvia and Steph, they've actually got their invitation letters, because obviously Zayn can actually get that invitation letter done for you. So if you need an invitation letter, that's very easy to get. So I can get you on today if you want an invitation letter. So that's very, very simple. But yeah, Steph and Sylvia definitely know the process. So yeah, guys, get yourself to Dallas, because what you want to do is, when you have big goals that you want to achieve, you want to get yourself around the right kind of people. You want to get yourself around people that have already achieved your goals. You're going to come to this event and you're going to, meet people that are way younger than you, that are way older than you, that have the success that you want, right? You're going to be able to witness 19-year-old chairman 10s and above, that are going to be getting promoted in Dallas, right? So you're going to be around all the chairman 10s, 25s, chairman 50s, chairman 100s, chairman 500. These are the kind of people that you want to meet and have in your phone book. Some of the people in your phone book right now are not serving any purpose to you. They're not contributing to taking you to the next level. They're weighing you down. Some of these friendships that you have right now are friendships that you shouldn't even have these friendships. It's toxic. It's weighing you down. In order for you to go up, you have to lose some dead weight. And some of the friends that you have right now, you shouldn't even have, right? I don't even know why you have those friends. So, and also, as we're talking about this story of, picturing the person that you wish to become, the reason why I'm stressing that you need to get this book so much, you need to get Think and Grow Rich, right? Because in Think and Grow Rich, it literally speaks about a story at the beginning where there's a guy called, what's his name? Edwin C. Barnes. So Edwin C. Barnes here is literally this tramp. He's a tramp, right? He came off a flight. Oh wait, let me mute this because someone is making a lot of noise. He basically came off of a freight train. He's an absolute tramp. But he literally went to the offices of Thomas Edison. So Thomas Edison, remember, this is the inventor of the light bulb. He went to the office of Thomas Edison. But this individual, Edwin C. Barnes, even though he's a tramp, someone that's a complete tramp, he went to the office of Thomas Edison with a definite desire that he wants to be the business partner of Thomas Edison, right? He wants to be the business partner of Thomas Edison. So he now rocks up to his office. He said, I want to be your business partner. Now, he kept coming back and he wouldn't give up. So this Edwin C. Barnes guy. So Thomas Edison, what did he do? He literally employed him. He took him on, gave him a job, some low job, in the company. Nothing too serious because obviously this guy's a tramp. But he really, really admired the desire and the balls of this guy to say, I want to be your business partner. I'm going to go into business with you. He admired it, Who is he to step in the way of like this guy achieving that kind of desire? So he gave him a job. Now, this is how you know that Edwin C. Barnes literally thought himself into the position, into the success that he wanted. He thought himself into the position. So long before, he actually ended up becoming the business partner of Thomas Edison, the great inventor. They had like a lengthy relationship for 30 years. 30 years, you know, as business partners, you know. So it's amazing. He thought himself into that position, even when he was a tramp, you know, and he couldn't even afford transport. He literally came in on a freight train. So even when he was a tramp, he saw himself as the business partner of Thomas Edison. And because of his thinking and the fact that he knew, he was definite about it, he knew that he would definitely achieve it, right? He knew that he would definitely have it. So he went to work. He didn't mind going to work for him, you know, in some lowly job in the company, and he waited his time. And when the opportunity presented itself, he literally had the opportunity to now basically showcase his talents, and then eventually ended up as the business partner of Thomas Edison. But the reality is, he thought himself into the success that he basically achieved. He already saw himself as the business partner of Thomas Edison long before he became the business partner of Thomas Edison. He was already sure that it was going to happen. He was definite that it was going to happen. No one could tell him it was never going to happen. He knew it was going to happen, and it didn't matter how long it takes. He knew it would happen, and it happened. So guys, make sure you read Think and Grow Rich, honestly. You know, so guys, do you think David Imonite saw himself making over 1 million a month before he started earning that amount? It would have been damn near impossible to achieve that level of income without the desire or definiteness to achieve it. Ask any super successful person that you know, right, that's making a substantial amount of money, if they, you know, had a plan of achieving it, and they will tell you yes, they were intentional on going about achieving it. So you've got to be intentional. It's not gonna, there's no such thing as getting lucky. Only lottery winners get lucky. And most people that win the lottery, they lose the money very quickly because they didn't develop the mindset, and they didn't, you know, work towards it. So it's very, very easy to lose, you know, because they weren't like, you know, having the mindset of investments and things like that. So success does not happen on accident. It is well planned out and intentional. Success takes sacrifice, right? So if you want the things in your life to change, you must change the things in your life. If you want the things in your life to change, you must change the things in your life. That's the only way to change the things in your life right now, is to change the things in your life. Now you know that what you definitely want, because I'm sure everybody knows what they definitely want. So now you know what you definitely want. What are you prepared to give up in order to have it? What are you prepared to give up in order to have what you definitely want? You're going to have to give up things that weigh you down. Are you willing to give up toxic friendships? Are you willing to give up toxic friendships, right? Because you are going to find that some of your friends are going to be very, very negative about this business that you're in. Are you going to be prepared to give up on your goals, give up on your dreams to accommodate, to save those friendships? Are you going to give up on your goals, give up on your dreams to save these toxic friendships that these friends don't want to see you elevate? They don't want to see you go to the next level. If I was you, I'd be making friends in IML. Make friends in IML. Make friends with people on the same journey as you, or friends that are more successful than you, because they're not going to hate on you. Because what you have to understand is that some of the friends that you have in your life right now, they don't want to see you go to the next level. Someone actually made a scam because of French. Wow. You see? Yeah, exactly. But the reality is, how can $325 be a scam? That's crazy. But yeah, like, you know, the reality is, you're going to have to give up some things. You know, you're going to want to give up those toxic friendships, because the harsh reality is, some of the people in your life now, it's hard for them to hear you talk about, oh, I'm going to be making X amount of money, hear you talk about all these dreams that you have, because they don't have a vehicle, right? They don't believe that they can do it. So when you go to your negative friends and you now tell them about what you plan to achieve, they don't believe they can do it. So they don't want you to do it. Imagine if they have to watch you level up and surpass them, and you guys came from the exact same place. Do you think they want to see that? They don't want to see you win. The friends that are going to support you are the ones that believe that they can have the success as well. They're going to join you. But your friends that have low self-esteem, they're not going to want to do it. because they don't believe that they can do it, so they don't want you to do it. They're going to rob you of your success. They're going to rob you of changing your family's life. You ain't going to be able to retire your parents because you're worried about what your friend thinks of you, who is not really your friend, because if they were your friend, they would have your best interests at heart. I have friends of mine, all my closest friends, like some of us, we all do different things and we all support each other. We all support each other. We all support each other's success. We all celebrate each other, because I don't have friends that have low self-esteem. I've always been around individuals that are confident on what they can achieve. But if you have friends that have low self-esteem, they're not going to want to see you win. So what friendships are you prepared to terminate? Because you're going to have to replace some friendships. I've lost some friends, but I've gained some far better friends. Are you, because guys, you have to understand, when you lose something, when you lose some friendships right now, you're going to gain greater friendships. Are you willing to lose some toxic friends, lose some friends that don't support your goals and dreams right now, in order to have friends that are going to, that are of a higher vibrational frequency? You know, so give up the friends that are weighing you down. You are going to have much better friends, because if right now those friends that are telling you don't do this are broke, do you want to constantly be hanging out with broke people your whole life? And if you really believe that you're going to achieve your definiteness of purpose, your chief aim in life, you would not hang out with those people. Why are you hanging out with people that are broke if you're telling me that you're really going to achieve your goal? You don't really believe you're going to achieve your goal if you're hanging out with people that are not in line with the goal. Wow, that was crazy. Got headphones in. Yeah, so if you're hanging out with people that are not aligned or in line with the goals that you have, then that means that you don't really believe that you're going to achieve the success that you're telling us that you want. You don't really want it, because how can you really imagine yourself? How can you really picture yourself at your highest level, as your highest self, the self that you're imagining yourself to be every single day? If you really believe you are going to become that person, how can you see yourself?
Hello.
Oh my gosh, what's this crazy person speaking? How can you really see yourself, with these friends that you have right now, these toxic relationships, these toxic friendships? So are you willing to give up toxic friendships? Are you willing to give up negative family members? I'm not saying disown your family members, but there's a season of separation. If you have goals that you're working towards, are you willing are you willing to have a season of separation? Are you willing to shut out those voices, to shut down those conversations, to not speak to those individuals for a while, so that you can achieve the goals and targets that you want to achieve, right? Like, because some of you are going to have to prove to the people in your life that you can make this work. They might not support you immediately, but if you go out there and get results, they will support you. I've never seen anyone doing well in this business and then their family members don't start to support them, right? So don't look for their support immediately. They don't need to support you. They don't have to. Maybe you don't have a track record of being successful, so why should they support you? But go out there and have the success in this business, and then come back to them and they will support you. They'll even forget that they never supported you, because your family loves you. Your family loves you, but they don't want you to make mistakes. But the reason why they think you're making mistakes with this is because they have no idea about this. They don't have a clue about what we're actually doing and what's actually taking place within this company. So are you prepared to shut them off for just a little while you work on your business, create some success in your business, to then now go back to your family members, because they will celebrate you. Oh, thanks, Dabo. All right. Now, are you willing to miss out on outings with friends in order to work on your dreams? This is a big one, because I know sometimes our friends, they invite us out, and we can't say no. But I want you to understand that some of these outings that you're actually going to today, are you willing to sacrifice these outings for 6 months to be able to have much greater outings? Because the level of outings that you're going out on today, let's say, for instance, your friends are inviting you out to happy hour. You guys are going to drink yourself under the table at happy hour, or you guys are going to go to Nando's. If you sacrifice those outings, let's say for the next, or let's say to the club, you're going to go out to the club, you're going to get drunk, you're going to get hungover the next day, you're not even going to be functional. Are you willing to sacrifice these outings so that you can have outings of a higher level in 6 months time, because life can drastically change in 6 months. For those of you that have been part of IML, you've seen it. Your lifestyle can completely change in 6 months. Your life can go from tragic to magic in 6 months. So are you willing to sacrifice some outings so that in 6 months time, the level of outings that you're going on, the financial position that you're in 6 months time, the kind of money you can spend on outings in 6 months time is different. The kind of outings that you're going on in 6 months time is different. Are you willing to see the future? Are you willing to see it clearly before it happens? Or are you just seeing today? Because you can't be short-sighted. You have to be, vision-minded. You have to be able to see the future. Create a clear mental, and this is why it's so important to identify your definiteness of purpose, because you're going to have a clear mental picture of where you're truly going. And when you know where you're truly going, you're willing to make any sacrifices necessary, because you know that after 6 months, after a year, the payoff, from the belief in where you're going, everything is going to be okay, right? And as I was saying, if there's toxic friendships, that you need to cut off, honestly, guys, there's a lot of people in each of the group chats. Make friends within the group chat. Make friends that are doing exactly what you're doing. Make friends, with the leaders in IML, so that now you have a higher level of friendship. You have people that are doing exactly what you're doing. So, are you willing to give up television to focus on IML TV? Because the reality is, some people are watching programs on TV that don't serve any purpose in their life. Are you willing to give up certain television programs, or give up television in general, for the next 3 months in order to see where IML TV gets you? Because I'm telling you from now, the people that have sacrificed TV to replace it with IML TV. Damn, the results are crazy. They have the results. So are you willing to give up television, short-term enjoyment to study IML TV? Because I don't think you understand the depth of the fact that there's 6, 7, and 8-figure traders on the IML TV. So don't come and tell us that you want to be a 6-figure trader, you want to be a 5-figure trader, you want to be a 7-figure trader if you're still watching TV instead of watching IML TV. And you can't have enough of IML TV. Because even when there's no live sessions on, every single educator on there, and we already know there's more than 85 plus different 6, 7, and 8-figure traders. So if there's more than 85 plus different 6, 7, and 8-figure traders on there, then you should be watching the recordings. You should be binge watching the recordings that, from all the previous sessions that they've done, if you really, really want to study that expert's particular strategy. Are you willing to stop spending time in the wrong environments that don't serve the person you wish to become? Are you willing to stop spending time in the wrong environments, around the wrong people? How important is it to you to have the life that you want? How important is it to you to achieve your goals and dreams? I just want to leave you with that question. Please write that question down and message me later to let me know. How important is it to you to achieve your goals? How important is it to you to achieve your definiteness of purpose? How important is it to you to achieve your chief aim in life? How important is it to you to have this lifestyle change? Is it only as important to you that if IML doesn't work for you in 1 month, you're gone, right? Are you only prepared to give it 1 month? Because I don't know any successful person ever that achieved success after just 1 month. So if you're only prepared to give IML 1 month, then it's clearly not very, very important to you. And by the way, if you're someone that's only here for a month as well, do not disturb me. Do not message me. Do not even bother to disturb your mentor, whoever introduced you to this business, because they've got to stay focused on the individuals that are going to be here long term, that are going to share in the vision, the long-term vision of what we wish to create. 1 million customers, that's lives are going to be transformed. We're here to empower, enrich, and educate 1 million lives, right? We're here to empower, enrich, and educate 1 million lives. So if you're not sharing in that vision, do not disturb your mentor if you're only here for 1 month, because we need to invest our time wisely. So that's it from me, because we actually have a guest call happening in 4 minutes. So I will end this call now so we can jump on the guest call at 9 p.m. So if you have some guests plugging in at 9 p.m., I'm going to end this call now.